Enactive and Embodied Cognition, Redefining Consciousness Through Interaction. Theories of consciousness have evolved beyond treating the mind as an isolated processor of information. Enactive and embodied cognition propose a paradigm shift, emphasizing that consciousness emerges from the dynamic interplay between the body, brain, and environment. These theories challenge traditional, purely brain-centric views by suggesting that cognition is not confined to the head, but arises from active engagement with the world. This article explores the foundations of enactive and embodied cognition, their implications, and their transformative potential for understanding consciousness. What are enactive and embodied cognition? 1. Enactive cognition. Enactive cognition posits that cognition arises from an organism's interaction with its environment. Rather than passively receiving information, organisms actively shape their experiences by engaging with the world. This concept, introduced by Francisco Varela, Evan Thompson, and Eleanor Roche in their seminal work, The Embodied Mind, highlights that perception, action, and cognition are inseparably linked. Key principles of enactive cognition include sense-making. Organisms create meaning through their interactions, constantly interpreting and adapting to their environment. Autonomy. Cognition is grounded in the organism's self-organizing and adaptive nature. Situatedness. Cognitive processes are context-dependent, shaped by the organism's immediate surroundings. 2. Embodied cognition. Embodied cognition expands on this by emphasizing the role of the body in shaping the mind. The body is not merely a vessel for the brain. It actively contributes to perception, thought, and decision-making. The way we move, breathe, and interact physically with the world directly influences how we think and feel. Key principles of embodied cognition include sensoromotor coupling. Perception and action are tightly integrated, with movements and sensations shaping cognitive processes. Embodied experience. Physical states and body morphology influence emotional and cognitive states. Environmental embeddedness. Cognition emerges from the interplay between the body and the external environment. Consciousness through interaction. Together, enactive and embodied cognition redefine consciousness as a dynamic relational phenomenon. Conscious experience arises not from isolated neural activity but from the continuous feedback loops between the brain, body, and world. This perspective aligns with everyday experiences. How we think changes when we move, interact with others, or alter our surroundings. For example, walking and thinking, physical movement such as walking, often enhances creative problem-solving by engaging the body and altering the mind's state. Gestures and communication. Hand gestures not only accompany speech, but also aid in the formation and articulation of complex ideas. Mindful practices. Techniques like yoga and Tai Chi demonstrate how embodied practices can influence mental clarity and emotional regulation. Implications and applications. The enactive and embodied cognition frameworks have profound implications across disciplines, offering new ways to approach long-standing questions about consciousness and human behavior. 1. Neuroscience. These theories challenge reductionist approaches that focus solely on brain activity. Instead, they encourage the study of brain-body environment systems, emphasizing the interconnectedness of these elements. Technologies like virtual reality, which immerse users in dynamic environments, provide tools to explore these interactions experimentally. 2. Artificial intelligence. Enactive and embodied cognition inform the design of AI systems capable of interacting with their environments. Robots with sensor-motor capabilities, for example, can better understand and navigate the world by mimicking human-embodied cognition. 3. Mental health. Embodied practices are increasingly recognized as therapeutic tools. Techniques like somatic therapy, which integrates bodily awareness into psychological treatment, align with these theories, demonstrating the inseparability of mental and physical health. 4. Philosophy of mind. These frameworks challenge traditional dualist perspectives by emphasizing the unity of mind, body, and environment. They offer a holistic approach to understanding consciousness, bridging gaps between cognitive science and phenomenology. Conclusion. Enactive and embodied cognition redefine consciousness as an emergent phenomenon arising from interaction and engagement. By breaking down the barriers between mind, body, and environment, these theories offer a holistic perspective on human experience. Whether through enhancing AI, informing therapy, or deepening our philosophical understanding of the mind, enactive and embodied cognition pave the way for a richer, more integrated view of consciousness.